Welcome, everyone, and welcome to Progressive Discussions, Hard-Hitting Truth. I'm your host, James P. Madonna, and I'm with my co-host, the one and only Alex, the Beer Master. How are you, sir? Two Jersey guys. How are you?
That's what makes it fun, actually. Two New Jersey guys.
Yeah, I was watching some videos of a turtle sanctuary, a turtle farm too, called Garden State Tortoise, and they got some interesting videos on YouTube where they show not only how to take care of every turtle imaginable, but how to they discuss saving threatened and endangered species, and New Jersey's got some wonderful wildlife. They got a wide array of wildlife here, and there are, unfortunately, because of habitat destruction, you know, with the the building of homes and retail businesses, and then with pollution, these poor animals, whether they be reptiles, amphibians, or whatever, they have to keep on moving to survive. They got to relocate themselves, and you know, then there's over harvesting by greed. You know, they don't like. It's like a fisherman. When I used to work with seafood, I noticed a little too many female crabs in the basket with eggs underneath, and I go, "Hey, they're supposed to throw these females back, the ones with eggs. It's against the law to take them because." You know, I mean, that's how the species continues. The females become gravid. You know, they lay eggs. The eggs are fertilized. They lay them, and that's how the species continues. But if you keep on, it's like a checking account. If you keep on debiting from your checking account and you don't credit, eventually your checking account becomes all zeros. And the same thing with God's creatures, with Mother Nature.
So now you got me thinking now. So when you make money and you and it has nothing to do with that physically, but it makes me think. So when you decide not to, if I don't remember my PIN number and I do credit instead, that means I won't lose money. Is that what you're saying? Even though I'm taking money out of my account.
If you keep taking money out and you don't put anything in,
you'll lose.
And the money's has there's no alternative but for the money to go lower and lower until you have no money left.
Right. Well, that could happen. Yeah, if you don't put money in.
Now, in a case of hunters and fishermen, if they overharvest and they get greedy and they start taking small young animals or fish instead of waiting for them, having a size limit, they start taking small ones, the females with eggs. That is going to cause the species to become threatened and then endangered.
Or extinct.
And God forbid extinct. And they're only hurting themselves. Like commercial crabbers and commercial fishermen are only hurting themselves by doing that. But
True that, because they're going to ruin their own business if they don't let everything. Yeah.
Right. All right. 7 lucky bells.
All right.
Okay. Now, show us the wonderful stout or porter or craft beer that you brought.
And then after me, Legendary James will show what he has to drink.
Well, I'm saving it for Wednesday.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about Wednesday. I'm talking about right now. What you're doing.
I mean, I could go get the hard liquor. That's not for the show. But anyway, let me blow you up here.
We can still have a little fun with it, like we always do, Legendary James. So basically, James is the host of this show, and he's been doing this for a while. But now we're going to be this new show has been going on for the past couple of weeks when it comes to me and James. But today I'm reviewing Black Rock Stout, and it is from.
It looks good, man.
I think it's Crossroads Brewing. Crossroads Brewing. I think the Legendary James probably can get this. I think this is New Jersey. I'm not really sure, but I think it is. I don't know if you can look that up real quick, James, but I'm not sure. But I think Crossroads Brewing is New Jersey or Pennsylvania, one of those two. So it's good beer.
Crossroads,
I think it is.
Crossroads Brewing. Yeah. And it's called Black Magic Stout.
No, here.
Black Rock. Okay, gotcha. Black Rock Stout.
Yeah, so that's what I'm drinking, and I'm going to show you what it looks like.
Right. Oh, yeah. I love a good stout. Look at that. Look at that.
That's beautiful.
It's like espresso coffee, the color.
Cheers. It's very flavorful. Very chocolate. I gave this beer, like I said on the other show, a 90. I think I give it a 90 now because I tasted it more and more. So it's pretty good. So if you can get it, please do.
Oh, yeah. Excellent. I really love the stout I brought on Wildcard Wednesday from Dogfish Head Brew. Yeah, it was their I think it was called Worldwide Stout. And
I think you did bring that.
The AVB was up there. It was definitely up there, at least 15% or more. And it was excellent. I just brought some hard liquor. Not that I'm drinking it now. I'm drinking water with apple cider vinegar, but let me inflate myself. Here I got Black Cat Golden Rum, extra smooth from Suriname, South America, which is by Guyana and Venezuela. And it's a excellent, strong, smooth rum. All right. Black Cat, one of the best I've ever had. I still think Bacardi Black is the best bang for the buck for the money. And Cruzan rum from the Virgin Islands. I think Cruzan is by far the best bang for the buck in rum. All right, for the money. So anyway,
are you gonna pour that up?
Well, I'm gonna sip on that. You know what? Talk to the folks a little bit about the food that you presented Friday, and you want to talk more about your beer because I got to go get something real quick.
Okay, so Legendary James will be back in the next few minutes. Basically, Friday night, I did bagel bites and I did just bagel bites. It was like pepperoni and really good stuff. And next Friday will be donuts and beer. If you want to bring a donut beer, please do. If you want to bring a stout, you can do that as well, because sometimes you might not be able to find a donut beer. So that's why I'm throwing that out there too as well. Because you don't know where you can find a donut beer now. Evil Twin, I heard, has a donut beer, but I'll have to see if I can find that. But until then,
yeah, I think Gabriel Solias mentioned that there's a Dunkin' Donuts craft beer now.
There is, but that's a pumpkin I have at my sister's. I won't be drinking pumpkin. That's not really a stout to me. I'm going to try to get a donut beer. But there is a Dunkin' Porter, and if I can find that, I'll bring that, because that's close enough.
All right. I got here my favorite shot glass, of course.
All right.
All right. What I like is that the bikini top is wearing off, so soon it will become a topless shot glass.
You can probably get it fixed there, James. You can probably get the glass fixed so it can last.
No. The glass is fine. I can feel there's nipples on there.
Oh yeah.
And is big breasted, which is nice. And it'll be topless. Why would I want to put another bikini top back on a topless shot glass? So
Do that.
I'm going to taste the Black Cat Extra Smooth Rum.
All right. You got the floor.
From Suriname, South America. Can definitely smell the molasses. A very full flavored. It is very smooth, so it must have been aged sufficiently. Very strong flavor, and with a slight sweetness from the molasses, but it's very smooth, and it's probably what they call añejo, which is a extra aged rum. So I like it very much. And for you folks that are wondering, they're taking a peek at the show after it started. It's Black Cat rum from Suriname, South America. Oh, Nina, hold on.
Who?
Nina Yordi from Rhode Island. Hello, Nina.
Come on the panel, Nina. Come on. I haven't seen you in a while.
Now, I don't have any full frontal shot glass. There's a female full front, not full frontal, partial frontal. I can't, if I show full frontal, YouTube will pull my, well, they wouldn't pull my, no, I didn't mean it that way. YouTube would pull my video.
Yes. They would.
Not what other people might be thinking. But anyway, all right, we're going to get to the topic here.
Go ahead, let's JG.
Okay. Now, in the last show, we discussed how the CEOs of social media have been unfairly applying corporate fascist censorship on people for just giving their various opinions about different topics, maybe commentary underneath certain articles or videos and what have you. Okay, and they would punish those that do that occasionally by putting them in prison, by blocking them from having the typical member privileges. They can't comment, they can't upload anything, they can't do anything, whether it be 7 days, whether it be 30 days, whatever, 2 weeks. And it's, meanwhile, social media doesn't look at what they do, which is sell your personal information to others, to companies, and bombard you with spam, okay, which happens on my phone. It's a good thing my Android tells me when I'm getting a spam call, or it'll say fraud, potential fraud, or it'll say telemarketer. It'll actually tell me what it is. Except for those that are using local phone numbers. See, that's the new sneaky thing that scammers do. They'll use local phone numbers so it doesn't come up on your phone. The warning doesn't come up as spam.
Right,
so,
it'll come up as a regular phone number, and you think maybe it's somebody calling you.
Right. So people like CEO, particularly Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook, CEO of Twitter, and now YouTube is getting into this censorship. They don't see what they do to the members, and they use the fact that the members are getting being able to use social media for free. They feel that that's an excuse to be above the law, above the First Amendment of the Constitution, and deny you any rights of free speech, but not looking at what they do. Now, in terms of politics, Republicans, when they had control of the Senate, and then before that, when they had control of the Congress, or whatever combination, Congress, Senate, White House, they look at what progressives and Democrats do under a microscope. Okay, just like when Bill Clinton had that little personal thing with Monica Lewinsky, they wanted to impeach him for that.
Yeah, but they never did. He still stayed president until 2001.
Right. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is guilty of treason and constantly lying and using the presidency for personal gain with his business, his family business. But they don't look at that. So they're hypocrites. But what they'll do is they want to censor progressives from putting the real truth on social media. And they attempted it, but judges said no. They wanted to remove anyone that was criticizing what they're doing or what they're saying, and just revealing the truth about what's going on with the greedy oligarch controlled capitalists, the right wingers, and the establishment Democrats they call themselves moderate Democrats or right wing Democrats. They're in bed with the oligarch, or they're getting paid off. So they're hypocritical. It's total hypocrisy, what they're doing. So they want to censor anyone who criticizes them or exposes them. Okay, but they do not want to be censored, criticized, and exposed, but they want to do it to you. So it's all a power game, Alex. It's
yeah, but I heard that Facebook is getting sued anyway, so we should be okay now.
Well, yeah, but he's still throwing people in Facebook prison. I mean, he put me for 7 days last week.
I don't know. He probably won't be in charge for long if he loses his battle. If he loses his battle,
yeah.
But if he wins the battle, he'll still be in charge. Yeah.
Well, he doesn't. What he fails to realize is that your opinion, even though he owns Facebook, your opinion is your. You okay?
Yeah. Right. Wrong down the wrong pipe.
Wrong pipe.
Yeah.
Your opinion is your personal property.
True that.
He just because he owns Facebook, that doesn't mean he's above the law, above the Constitution. Same thing with Twitter. Same thing with YouTube, Google. They're not above the law. So
true that.
But from a political standpoint, the Republicans have done it. Everything, they look at you under a microscope. Every little thing you do, you got to walk on eggshells. They want to censor you for revealing the truth, but they don't want to be censored when they're lying and when they're pulling underhanded tactics.
True that.
it's a power game. You know, it's like some people play. They play the race card, or they play the gender card. The
For that.
The lesbian feminists play the gender card. You know, which means you're playing the victim in order to gain power.
Right, to get out, yeah.
So certain groups of people, they use homophobic, or you know, if immigrants are if immigrants are here illegally, and you criticize them, they'll say xenophobic, or misogynist if they're, you know, a feminist, and you happen to mention something that's true. You know, any group, any lobbying group should not get special treatment, because no one is really better than anyone else, or they shouldn't be better than anyone else. But they want special treatment, so they lay a guilt trip on everybody, and they play the card, and they try to make you feel bad, especially if you're a Caucasian male. Everything is our fault. In this day and age, everything's our fault. If Mount St. Helens volcano shoots off a little lava, it's our fault. So this is, you know, this is the unfairness in this chaotic society we're living in. The world's chaotic, true, depending on where you are.
Right. That.
Yeah, I mean, in countries like like Saudi Arabia, bombing Yemen and killing civilian women and children, you know, innocent civilians. Though they call it collateral damage, but they're really murdering women and children. I mean, it could be any part of the world that's chaotic. It could be North Korea, killing, assassinating 80 people in front of a firing squad, practicing Christianity, just for worshiping God in the Christian religion. They were put to death. You know.
Wow, that's crazy.
And this is the murderous dictator that Donald Trump says that we're good friends now. We have a love affair. You know. I mean,
are you saying Donald Trump has put the dictator as a friendship now?
Yeah, well, he always said that when he was president. This is the guy that puts people to death for anything he doesn't like. Same thing, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. That's another murderous, autocrat, despotic country. Right wing extremism.
Is Joe Biden being friends with them?
No.
No, so we're good then.
Oh, no. Not Joe Biden. But,
we're good then.
Yeah, he's still an establishment moderate Democrat. He's not a progressive. He pretends to be progressive because he wanted to get a lot of Bernie Sanders supporters to vote for him. But he's a businessman. He's still a moderate.
What, Joe Biden? I didn't see him as a businessman. I see him as a
it's like Hillary Clinton. They're moderates. You know, but he's moved more to the left. He's moved more to the left than he ever was before.
Wow.
I mean, any people can change. You know, they can change for the better. They can change for the worse.
What about Joe Biden? Do you think he changed for the better or for the worse?
No. That's what I said. I think he moved more to the left. He changed for the better. I think he did because
because I heard that he was supposed to close down the country. And he never did. Never. Because he said, that's what I heard. I didn't hear from
Mitch McConnell. You know, when the Republicans had control of the Senate, you know, they wanted to close down the country. You know, they're not in favor, of course. They're never in favor of raising the minimum wage.
No, they want to close down the country because of the C word.
What, coronavirus?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just didn't want to say it because I didn't want to cause problems.
Well, I'm very happy. I'm very happy that the FDA finally approved the Johnson & Johnson single vaccine. You don't need two. You get one shot. It's not as effective as the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccine, but it's good. It's
Yeah, but
still,
I'd rather get that than the one that's not so good. You know, I want to get it really awesome. You know, yeah, they're still good in their own way.
no, no, it's still the percentage. The percentage of the success is still at a decent level. I mean, it's not mediocre. It's not ineffective. It's very effective, and it just needs regular refrigeration, and
Oh,
it,
okay.
and it's a one shot. You don't have to get two. It's a one shot vaccine, but
Oh, nice.
it's not. It's high, but it's not as high as Moderna. I mean,
As a Dern and as advisor, right? So
and Pfizer. I'd rather get the Moderna. I mean, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and Dr. Fauci, they all got the Moderna.
and you know what? They never, as far as I know, they've never had any hives. I mean, some people are going to get hives. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I don't want to be a jerk, but some people are going to get those hives. It all depends on what
No,
is
you know
allergic.
what they got? You know what they got? And it doesn't happen often. When they get the second shot,
It doesn't happen often. You're right. Go ahead.
they experience for 1 or 2 days arm pain, shoulder pain, whatever, wherever the injection is put in. They feel some pain. They might get like a low grade fever.
Yeah, but they might get a rash too, Legendary James.
But
Too.
it goes. But you see that, but then it dissipates after 1 or 2 days,
Okay.
and then it's gone. You see,
Okay.
they don't get mild or moderate COVID-19 symptoms. They don't get that. They just get a little bit of symptoms, and then after 1 or 2 days, it's gone.
It's
So,
still COVID. It's still COVID symptoms, but it's just with the vaccine. It's not COVID.
yeah,
itself.
because you're not getting a live virus. You're not getting a live virus. You can't catch COVID-19 from a vaccine.
You're basically getting a dead COVID-19 virus, I guess.
Not with the Pfizer and Moderna, with the other ones. I think with Johnson, it's a different type of vaccine. Pfizer and Moderna, the funky called Moderna.
Okay.
It's a different science. Like it doesn't utilize the dead virus to get your immune system, your antibodies to recognize it. It's a different scientific process of getting your body's immune system to recognize the COVID-19 virus. Okay, it's not like before that. All vaccines were based on a perfectly intact dead virus.
What is about this one? There's no dead virus in these vaccines.
Well, I think Johnson and Johnson is based on the old-fashioned the dead virus, the replica of the dead virus.
A replica of COVID-19 that's dead.
Yeah,
okay.
The first two, I mean, I'm not an infectious disease scientist, but I do know, I do have a good layman's knowledge base on what's going on. And I know the science is different, but all roads lead to Rome.
True that.
They're all effective. Now they're developing a booster shot just in case these mutations, these COVID-19 variants, just in case one of the variants is sort of giving vaccinated people problems. They're coming out with a third booster shot.
So we have 3 booster shots. So we have 3 booster shots.
Yeah. So in other words, let's say you get Moderna. That's two shots. All right.
Okay.
You get your 2 shots. You feel great. Other people are getting vaccinated. They feel great. So now, eventually, let's say by the end of summer of 2021, you start seeing people with no masks. You know, people, the restaurants are opened up again. You know, you see less people with masks on. So, okay, so that means, a lot of people are getting vaccinated. So they want to come out with with a booster shot, just in case one of the mutations starts to cause some symptoms in vaccinated people. So then they can go get this booster shot.
And stop it from getting worse as well. Okay.
Right. And then nip it in the bud. And just stop it dead in its tracks.
Now, are they going to keep doing booster shots as the year goes on until this COVID disappears? Or I mean, maybe they should have a 5 or 6 vaccine, 5 or 6 booster shot as well. But I guess they're going to based on how quick they stop.
Yeah, but it's not going to require another booster shot. Just one booster shot. So
you just said there's 3 booster shots. 3. You just said there's 3. Only one.
No. What I'm saying, they're not the first shots are not booster shots. That's the initial vaccine.
Right. That's the original. Right.
Right. So if you get Pfizer or Moderna, that's 2 shots of the vaccine. Or if you get Johnson & Johnson, it's 1 shot.
You get 1. Right. Regardless.
Now the booster is like a bonus plan. But
a bonus shot. Okay.
But it's only if you need to get the booster shot. You might not ever need to get the booster shot.
But at least they have it for the next coronavirus outbreak, and they can stop it.
Because viruses always mutate.
Yeah, but that's been going on for hundreds of years.
But they only mutate if they can replicate. If you stop it from replicating, which spreading, if you stop it from spreading by having people follow the rules, sanitize their hands, wear masks,
social distancing for a little bit, right,
then the virus has nowhere else to go, so it dies. So if you stop it from spreading, there's no replication, therefore there's no mutation.
But once we go back to the normal, and I don't say new normal, old normal, once we go back to normal like we were before, are you saying that we still need to be careful even when we go back to normal? We still need to make sure these viruses don't get mutated, but all viruses get mutated no matter where we slice.
Well,
I'm sorry, but that's the truth.
They mutate. Now, the human race has dealt with other terrible pandemics in the past.
Yes, from 1917 to 1920.
1918. We keep on screwing up on the 1918 Spanish flu. And then you had like the bubonic plague from the Middle Ages. You had like cholera, smallpox, yellow fever, and all that stuff.
And then you also have AIDS in 1981.
Right. And tuberculosis, which I believe is a bacterial infection. But
just like COVID.
Right. And then you had the polio. You have polio, which is a crippling, debilitating disease, and they came out with a vaccine. But the thing is that in all the pandemics, I mean, unfortunately, after a tremendous amount of people lost their lives, astronomical amount, eventually herd immunity was achieved.
Right, but now it's going to be achieved this time with vaccines and herd immunity, not just plain old.
Yeah, well, there's other pandemics achieved herd immunity with vaccines too, but they were vaccines that took many years to develop.
Right, but these vaccines didn't, which I'm surprised.
Yeah, because the government had these scientists work around the clock. This was a priority. Let's put it that way.
Right. So basically, after this COVID thing goes away, if there's other disasters, they might not have to go around the clock unless you find a virus that's similar to COVID-19.
Exactly. Let me check. Yeah, I'm really surprised that because
Are you?
Tom Mulvihill was really, really enthusiastic and gung-ho about being on the show. I'm really surprised he says, I'm in. Count me in. That's what he told me. He says,
I don't know why he's not here. He's supposed to
oh,
be
he
here.
said that to me once before about a beer review show, and he says, count me in. I'm in. Count me in. And then I sent him the link. He never showed up. So when he said,
he's done this before. This is nothing new to you. All right.
Well, no, this is the second time he said, count me in, and he didn't show up. I just want to check something.
So how do you feel that possibly going back to normal a couple months from now or a year from now? How do you feel?
No, not a couple months. No. It's. I'd say the word normal will be coming out of the rabbit hole to say hi with a top hat and a cane and start dancing. I'd say that'll happen by autumn. I'd say it's possible by autumn of 2021 that that people, that herd immunity will start to become established.
Yeah, but that's because of vaccines now, not just because of us.
No. Listen, these right wing rednecks, rebellious rednecks, they keep on saying that no vaccine. The vaccine is bad. The New World Order wants to kill us with the vaccine. There's a chip. They want to put a microchip in us with the vaccine. They believe all the crazy conspiracy theories. They say herd immunity with no vaccine, and this is the problem I had with Damian Owens. He says, "Oh, the vaccine is an evil New World Order scheme, diabolical scheme," and he says we need herd immunity. We need to.
Oh, let me ask you this. I hate to say this to Owens, Mr. Owens, if he's watching. I hate to say this, but you know what? There's other vaccines. Are you saying those vaccines are New World Order too? Yeah, makes me wonder. Is that what you're thinking about the other vaccines too? That's been going on for decades. Please let me know, James.
We've had vaccines for decades. The other vaccines were not ways to poison the population, to kill us off.
Or at least people weren't saying that. Oh, this is a new world order.
No, they're saying it now because all the nuts that are able to post their garbage on
social media, right?
They didn't have social media back then.
Oh, so they might have been thinking, "Oh, it's New World Order," but they couldn't say it out loud because it wasn't. There was no social media like StreamYard or Facebook or.
Well, there was a need for it. Let's put it that way. Nobody wants to see their kid have polio and be crippled for life. All right.
Okay. So that's
Franklin D. Roosevelt, President Roosevelt, was in a wheelchair with polio, post polio syndrome.
That's true.
Nobody wants to see their loved ones die from smallpox or
that's true.
Yellow fever or cholera or whatever.
Right.
Okay. All right. So, you don't have the thoughts of an evil New World Order plan to control us or wipe us out. That doesn't come into your head when your loved ones are on their deathbed and they're sick. You want to save the lives of your loved ones. You want to save your own life. So all this mumbo jumbo doesn't come into play when you're dealing with your health,
your own self, your own situations.
Yeah, and your family. You just want to save your life. You want to save your family's life. That's what you think about. But only crazy people have time to think of conspiracy theories and not even worry about saving their own neck.
But do you believe, and I want your opinion, James, do you believe that these vaccines are a New World Order? It can't be, because they cannot be, because they have been having vaccines for decades.
You know how many times they've been interviewing Bill Gates? And
probably for, I don't know, 1,000 times.
No, recently they keep interviewing him and asking him, "Are you really putting a microchip in the vaccines?" And he starts laughing, and he says, "Of course not. You know, I want to save our population." You
Do
know,
you think he's doing that?
well, let's put it this way: the COVID-19 numbers are rapidly decreasing as the vaccines are increasing. So the numbers, the curve is getting lower.
But that's what we want.
Right. So there's a correlation between the vaccines getting out there into the arms of people and that curve coming down, that COVID-19 number coming down. So it's doing this. Vaccinations up, up, up. COVID numbers going way down. If it was poisonous, the vaccines, that wouldn't be happening. If they were toxic, okay,
I agree with you on that one, James.
It wouldn't be working.
You're right, because what you would see is the vaccines coming up, but you'll also be seeing COVID-19 cases going up as well, along with the people dying from the vaccines. You're right. You're correct on that, my friend. Right? Or I'm wrong about that. Please tell me if I'm saying that.
You're right. You're right. You know, you show a lot of common sense.
Yeah.
Let me do something here.
It's gonna feel weird to go back to the old normal, back to normal. But you know what? We deserve it, legendary James. We really do.
Well, nice people deserve it, but most Americans are not nice. They're crazy. They're imbeciles and they're lunatics. So
well, maybe those people will go to jail when we go back to normal. I don't know.
Like the people that wanted to kill U.S. Congressmen and congresswomen on January 6th. Okay, those people, I don't wish them any good fortune. Let's put it that way.
Well, they were trying. According to you, they were trying to kill. Meaning, they were trying to go to the Capitol and kill everybody. Basically, I didn't hear that until you said that.
They had a mission to kill certain
senators and all those people.
Congress people. They had specific people in mind.
And I want your opinion, James.
Yeah.
Do you believe that they were waving people in, and you believe it was Donald Trump that told them to do that? I don't believe that, but I want your opinion. If it is,
let me tell you, there are certain Republican, far right wing, Trump supporting conspiracy theory nuts that are in Congress now that gave tours of the Capitol building
prior to the election.
To people with red MAGA hats. They were seen giving tours that of the people with the red hats wanted to know where everyone's office was, and they got a grand tour by these Republican congressmen or congresswomen. Now, why on earth would they do a treasonous thing like that with a bunch of lunatics if they didn't have the same mindset as the Trumpanzee MAGA supporter? I mean,
I don't know.
Supporter.
I don't know. Like I said, if you don't like Trump or you don't like Joe Biden, there's no reason to cause a disaster at the Capitol. There really isn't. It's just being baby now. Right? If Joe Biden won, Donald Trump won, there's no need to do all that craziness. Because all you're going to do, I think someone died during that incident. A couple people died during that crap. And I think, I don't know if that's true or not, but I think I heard. But it's still wrong. I don't care. It shouldn't be that way.
Well, you're talking about insane. You're talking about trespassing on federal property with the intent.
Yes, even though the senators or whoever it was that invited you in, you still did wrong that day, basically.
Well, they had they had an intent to commit premeditated murder.
Yes.
They trespassed on federal property with the intent to murder congressmen and congresswomen.
Just because they don't believe in the same beliefs they do.
And they kept on shouting, hang Mike Pence, the vice president, hang Mike Pence. They kept shouting that.
Yeah, because they felt that Mike Pence wasn't doing right. But whatever, that's your opinion.
Still, they went there with the intent to harm him. And they also vandalized federal property. They smashed doors and windows. Okay. They smashed doors and windows. And premeditated murder and the attempt to change. Let me talk. The attempt to change an honest election. All right.
What's going on here?
Now, the attempt to change an honest election. Right. So they
kind of stupid. I agree.
So the election was certified to be an honest election, and they wanted it was a coup. And they by force they wanted to sabotage. That's the word I was looking for. Sabotage an honest election. So that is pretty much what happened. So you have the hypocrisy of people that, like a child taking a tantrum, people that want their own way, they want to get their own way, and if you tell the truth about them, they want to censor you, but they don't want to be censored when they're lying. And obviously, the Trump supporters have been lying, and Donald Trump himself, who incited the whole thing, has been lying every day of the 4 years he was in.
So he has caused that issue. No president, as far as I'm concerned, has caused issues like that. Never.
And now here's the most here's the part that is most upsetting. Senator Mitch McConnell, when he got up and gave a speech about Donald Trump inciting what happened January 6th, he gave a really great speech, and he revealed everything, the truth. After he was asked if Donald Trump remains in control of the Republican Party and he tries to run for president again, will you support him? And he says, of course. Wait, first he says he is a traitorous, treasonous, pathological liar that incited the insurrection, and then he turns around and says, "Oh, of course, I would support him if he ran for president." So he doesn't.
Oh, he's going to run for president. There's no because
but you hear what I'm saying? Mitch McConnell talked from two sides of his mouth. He's a two-faced hypocrite. First he tells the truth about Trump.
Right.
Then he says, "Of course, I would support him." Well, so that means that Mitch McConnell only cares about the party. He doesn't care about the country. He doesn't care about the American people. They only care about their party and what's good for their party in gaining power. They don't care about anything else but doing the same corruption that they've been doing, stuff in their pockets, putting the tax burden on the middle class instead of where it belongs, on the rich, giving the rich a tax vacation because the rich are giving huge campaign contributions to these establishment career politicians, the Republicans. Mitch McConnell gets, I'm sure his pockets are wide open and his hands are out. And he sees all the lobbyists that want to talk to him. And I'm sure his palm gets greased all the time. So that's where I think it is. Jesse Ventura says, if you want to find the truth, follow the money trail. Follow the money trail. And he's right.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I don't know, but so you believe even when we go back to the old normal, do you believe this craziness will continue on once once we're done with the masks and the social distancing and all that craziness? Do you think this craziness will still go on even when we go back to the old normal? I'm talking about politics wise.
There's a strong possibility because the hatred and bigotry and insane behavior and corruption with these fascist stormtroopers. It doesn't matter if there's COVID-19 or not. I think their agenda of overthrowing democracy in the United States is still going to continue. I mean, I hope it doesn't come true, but we might be looking at a civil war someday.
So do you think? Well, yeah, but that was Donald Trump's doing. Donald Trump was trying to further democracy, but he's no longer president.
Well, he is. He's always been one of the shiftiest characters that were ever conceived in a womb. I mean,
Yeah, but do you think he was? Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, he's narcissist. He's power hungry. He's a pathological liar, and worst of all, he's a sociopath. He feels no remorse for what he does.
So basically, if it wasn't for Nancy Pelosi or all these other people, do you believe that our democracy would have been over if they didn't stand for what they believed in?
Well,
what I'm saying is, would Donald Trump basically take over if Nancy Pelosi and other people didn't stand for
Nancy Pelosi has always been another moderate career politician, but she's not as bad as a Republican. But she's a corporatist. She takes big money from corporations.
Well, that's every politician, right? If you're a good one or not.
Yeah. Well, the only one who doesn't take big money from corporations is Bernie Sanders. But the DNC always screws over Bernie Sanders. They deliberately sabotage Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, because he left on his own. He didn't want to run anymore because I think he just felt Donald Trump should win. And I'm talking about the 2016 election.
Well, Bernie Sanders, if he wanted to, all the way back in 2016, Bernie Sanders, with Our Revolution, Nina Turner, Our Revolution, he could have created a third new progressive People's Party.
And he can still do. He can still do that.
And he can still do it now. But for some reason, he has this pipe dream, this obsession with trying to save the Democrat Party, trying to restore them to what they once were, like during John F. Kennedy.
You can, but you have to have the same beliefs.
Yeah, but there's too many corrupt people in the DNC. There's too many people that have sold out what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And, they sabotaged him in 2016 with Deborah Wasserman Schultz, or what I like to call her, Deborah Wasser Cunt Shits.
Keep it up there.
Now with this scrawny bucktooth beaver, Tom Perez, the head of the DNC, he screwed over Bernie Sanders in 2020. So look, Sanders must have known he was not going to get the nomination by the Democrats.
Well, that's why he probably left for that moment.
Right now, because he has such massive supporters, he could have formed the third new party, because his supporters were furious that he capitulates at the end, he capitulated and didn't even decide to run as an independent. He could have run. He could have ran as an independent.
True that.
And still be on the ballot as an independent.
I've never seen anybody win as an independent, though.
Well, Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is different because if you saw the massive amounts of supporters at the Bernie Sanders rallies, where you can like look out and just see acres of them. I mean, you would know how much momentum he had in 2016 and in 2020, and they didn't want to support Joe Biden. All the Bernie Sanders supporters, they knew that Joe Biden was a corporatist, and Elizabeth Warren is a corporatist. And Tulsi Gabbard is a corporatist, and who else? Amy Klobuchar is a corporatist. Pete Buttigieg, whatever you want to call him.
I never heard of these people. He'd tell you.
Yeah, they were in the debates, the Democratic debates.
Oh, okay.
These are all corporatists, and the Bernie Sanders supporters knew it, and they knew that they saw how many Our Revolution progressive independents were winning elections. Like the squad members, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and the others. They're from the Our Revolution progressive independent organization, and they were winning left and right nationwide. Wow. Many progressives were winning elections nationwide. He had such powerful, massive momentum. He could have very easily ran as an independent or formed the third party. Now, what I would do is, if this was a normal world, society we're living in this country, the Our Revolution, the Democratic Socialists of America, and the Green Party, these three organizations should join into one big juggernaut, into one big political party, the third political party.
Oh,
they're all extreme left-wing progressives, all three. The Green Party, Our Revolution, Democratic Socialists of America, all of them, all three should come together and combine to form a third new progressive People's Party that doesn't accept contributions from any corporations or mega rich, just like Bernie ran twice. He only accepts donations from regular American citizens. Okay.
So could I do that if I ever decide to run for president or governor?
You could do that. You could do that. You got to get a certain amount of signatures to make the ballot, to get on the ballot. I mean, you don't look. Some of these people in the squad, some of them are not lawyers or judges or career politicians. Some of them are just normal, everyday American citizens,
like me and you.
Yeah, well, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was a waitress and a bartender.
Oh,
yeah, she wasn't a politician before.
So what is she now? A politician, or she's back to being a waitress?
No, she's a United States Congresswoman.
Oh, okay.
From the Bronx in Queens, New York.
Nice.
Yeah, no, she's in Washington. She gets interviewed all the time. She is a current congresswoman.
Wow.
And before that, she was a waitress and a bartender.
So there you go. So that proves to me that I can run for governor or president just like anybody else.
Yeah, and you can hang a banner in the background like Alex the Beer Master for governor of New Jersey or for senator or congressman, whatever you want to. Congressman is good.
Mm-hmm. That would be awesome. So yeah, so I'm just James. I'm sorry. I just get crazy. I hope eventually we won't have to wear these masks anymore. According to you, we probably won't have to wear these masks anymore.
How about, would you be interested in asking the divining rods any questions?
Why not? Let's bring them up.
All right, here, hold on. I'll go get them, and you do some promo for your food show on Fridays.
Okay. Well,
I'll go get it.
Okay. So James is going to get the dividing rods. He'll be back in a few minutes. My food Friday will be bagels. Not bagels. Donuts. It'll be donuts and beer. If you can find a stout, please do. If you can find a donut beer, please do. Any beer would work. It'd be delicious. I can't wait to do it. And so 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Food Friday. Scratch the bagel thing. That was last Friday. So donuts this Friday.
Okay, I'm back. The bagels.
Not bagels. No, not bagels. Donuts. I made it. We did the bagels bites the other day.
Remember when Aunt Esther on Sanford and Son said to Fred Sanford, "You bagel-eyed fool."
No, but we're not doing bagels. I already did bagels the other night. That is true though. I like that saying though. I've never heard of that saying, but it's pretty cool though. But yeah, this Friday is gonna be donuts and stouts or donut beers, whatever you can do.
You jabronis out there that that didn't come on the show, shame on you. Shame on all of you. Shame on you for deceiving James P. Madonna and lying to him. Let me get it warmed up. Oh, divining rods. You feel like being a guest on my show and answering some questions? Okay. Are those people that didn't come on the show, are they natural born douchebags? You think it could be alcoholism or no? So it's not alcohol. So they must really suck, right? They must really be asshole motherfuckers. Yeah, that figures. All right. Now that it's turned up, and then hold on. What did you say? It's my receptionist. What'd you say? Cousin It showed up from the Addams family? Really? All right. Well, I'll have him on after the Divining Rods. Yeah, it's a famous Cousin It from that show, The Addams Family.
You know, I remember that. That's the hand you're talking about, right?
No, not Cousin It. What am I saying? I know I'm getting yelled at, scolded. Thing. It's Thing. It's not Cousin It. Cousin It's the one with the long hair. It's Thing from the Addams Family.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the hand.
That's Thing. Thing. I'm sorry. I'm saying Cousin.
Thing, huh? Thing. Okay.
Balled out. All right. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. All right.
Well, I'm looking forward to meeting him again.
Yes. All right. Alex. I'm sure you have good questions.
So dividing rides, I'm curious. According to James P. Madonna, we might not have eventually afterwards, after maybe after the fall. Is it possible that we'll be still wearing masks or not? Wait a minute. They just said no. Okay. Well, that's shocking.
So does that mean that because of the vaccines, herd immunity will finally kick in by the fall, autumn of 2021?
No, I'm confused.
No, it says yes, herd immunity is going to kick in. Herd immunity means the virus is going to go bye-bye.
Okay.
Yeah.
See what other questions you have, James.
Let's see. Will, after the PPAC or whatever, the CPAC, the conservative convention they had in Orlando, Florida, do you see Donald Trump trying to stir up lots of trouble while Joe Biden is president?
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Is it because he is so insanely narcissistic and power hungry?
Yes. Okay.
Is he? Do you think, Dividing Rods, that Donald Trump is perhaps insane and sociopath?
Okay.
Okay. Is this why he always talked very positive about murderous dictators throughout the world?
Okay.
Because he himself does he see himself as a power hungry dictator that wants to control the universe? Yeah, what an ego on that bloated orange demon.
So
All right.
dividing rods.
All right. I'll do a little. All right, go ahead.
Dividing rods. Do you think Donald Trump will run for president in 2024? And do you think he'll win?
Wait. Those are two questions.
Okay, so I'll ask one question and then I'll ask
You
the
can
other.
ask two. Just do it one at a time.
Okay, so do you think Donald Trump will run for president in 2024? Dividing rods. Yes. Okay. Do you think, dividing rods, do you think he will win the 2024 election? No. Okay, awesome.
Will Donald Trump be nominated by the Republican Party in 2024? Oh, gee.
No. No, yes.
It says so the Republican Party is going to show its true colors. Are they
Yes.
are the Republicans, are they really going to become that insane to nominate him?
Yes.
Oh boy, how about that? Okay.
So basically, dividing rods said no when it came to him running, meaning he's going to win.
No, he's not. It said no, he's not going to win.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But he's going to be in it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But they said yes for everything else for right now. Yes.
Yeah, he's going to challenge Joe Biden for the presidency, which I think is hilarious since he is like the worst president in the history of the United States and many times over.
Well, maybe Trump won't try to run this time. I mean, I thought Trump was a good president at one point, but once he started all this craziness, I'm like, okay.
Did you see that gold statue that they made of him? It reminds me of the golden calf from the Old Testament.
No, we'll have to look that up. I didn't see that one.
I put the photos of it on Progressive Discussions Facebook page.
Are you talking about club?
Yeah, I'll put my name I'll put your name under the photo so you could see it. Yeah, it's
is that that's a page or is that a club? Because now
it's a page. Let me go there.
Because all I see is everything is food.
No, I'll I'll get you there easy.
Okay. I'll wait until you.
What is Facebook trying to force on me now? Cross app messaging. I don't want to deal with this now. You know, they force things. I noticed that when you're on social media or you're on many business related pages, that they force things on you, like almost like phishing. You know, where you can't close out the page.
Wow.
They don't give you the option of closing out.
Well, you know how I do that? I go on Facebook and I go, if it gives me an issue, I just go like this. Like that. And then bam, like that. That's how I do it. If I don't want to be
Trump with flip-flops and he's holding like a star, like it's a sizzler from 4th of July or something. A sparkler, I'm sorry.
Is that the thing I need to go to? I'm confused.
The South Dakota governor, I heard the interview and he sounded like a real doofus. You know, he's out of his mind. All those flag-waving right-wing evangelical states, they all belong in a padded room, those people. Let me hold on.
I don't see any link here.
No, I know. I'll get you there. All I got to do is where the hell is it? I hope nobody. Oh, here it is. I found it.
All right.
All right. I'll put your name under there. What's going on? You're not coming up? Oh gosh! You know what?
You would probably have to type my name in.
I know what to do. You know, this is what aggravates me about Facebook and Zuckerberg. You know, I know you click like to it, and then I try to put your name under it, and your name don't show up.
Oh yeah, you probably have to put my. I don't know.
I gotta do it with my phone. It's not working on my desktop. Now you see what I mean about some things working with
and sometimes don't. Yeah, I agree.
Working better with the desktop. It's like, why can't it be like universal? Like, why can't both the desktop
and the phone work together? Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Now this is going to be different. Because watch, I'll be able to send it right to your messenger. I'm surprised how many.
Isn't it crazy that I'm on Facebook now, James?
Well, it does make things easier.
Yeah, sure does.
Another friend of mine, after a long period of absence, is back on Facebook too.
Yeah, but I was never on Facebook until now.
Yeah, well, it does give you more options. Okay, can't believe this. All right, I'm gonna send it to your messenger.
Go ahead, I'll get it.
Sometime this century.
Jeez,
it's taking forever, and I got fast Wi-Fi. Oh, bitch. All right, it should be arriving in your messenger.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
yeah, with the red stuff. Okay, with the red. Oh, yeah, and then you showed me the computer. I could learn how to.
Nina Yorkie. We're gonna have fish and chips and haggis.
Who is this person here?
She's a Scottish. What person? Now, I got comments to make about those photos. Now, this is my problem. Whoever took those photos is obviously not a real professional photographer, because you don't just snap a photo. You have to get the right angle. You have to make sure there's not other people in the photo. You gotta zoom in on your target, your main target of the photo. And this person is like just click, click. I mean, there's a lot of dumbasses that do that. They just hold up a camera or a phone and go click, 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 and you got an image of a person holding up her smartphone, taking somebody on the side taking a photo of the statue.
That is kind of weird. I agree.
When I take a photo, I do a preparation. I scope out the area. I make sure there's nobody coming. I make sure there's nothing unwanted that's going to be in the photograph.
Well, I mean, but they might have want that. Yeah, that's the thing.
They don't know what they're talking about. They're idiots. They don't know how to professionally take photos. You notice, like, if you went to my Facebook profile, you'll see that all my photos were carefully taken. I don't have any miscellaneous distractions in my photos. None whatsoever.
Let's take a look.
You people out there that said, put me on. I'm in, man. I'm in.
Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about.
People that told me today, I'm in, man. And last night, I want to be on the show. Yeah, put me on. Yeah, put me on. Yeah. Go fuck yourself.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean, James. You have all your videos, all your pictures right here.
No, I mean the scenery, not me. I mean the scenery. Like, when I take scenery photos.
Like this?
Yeah, all right. Like the beef heart, the raw beef heart. Come on, have a heart.
I like that.
Show Nina what it looks like. She's not on Facebook. All right, hold on. Let me get. Now you see what I got? I took the beef heart. I said, "Happy St. Valentine's Day." Raw beef heart. And I put down underneath, I put down, come on, have a heart.
Have a heart.
Have a heart. You people suck. You people suck. You lied to me. You bared false witness against thy neighbor. Okay, I know he's anxiously waiting in the reception room. I'm going to get Thing from the Addams Family. I know he is, he's retired now, but he's still doing okay.
And he still comes around once in a while.
Yeah, once in a big while. Let me get Thing. Okay, Thing, you still in here? All right, you can come in now. Okay. All right. Thing is here. Now, Thing, we haven't seen you in a long time. Are you happy to be back on my show? What do you think of the show so far?
Cocksucker.
What?
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, don't be like that.
Motherfucker.
Oh.
Ass licker.
Oh, jeez. That's what you think of my show?
Cocksucker.
What's your problem? I think you need Metamucil.
Go fuck yourself.
I think you...
Motherfucker.
Hey, Thing, I think you need a fiber in your diet.
Ass liquor.
You're very grouchy.
Shit my brains.
What an attitude.
But Thing, my name is. But Thing, my name is Alex, the beer master. I would like to drink a beer with you one day in the
You like to
future.
have a beer with Alex the Beer Master?
Fucker.
What's your problem?
Fat ass bastard.
He doesn't have a fat ass. He's
Sit on this. Ass bandit.
Would you like to be a co-host someday with us?
Hey, dickhead. Hey, fat ass.
No, that's some of the booze hounds on the shows on the.
Fuck you, asshole.
Oh gee, relax, will you? What do you got? Hypertension or something?
Cocksucker.
You drink too much.
Go fuck yourself.
So what? You drank too much coffee? So too much espresso? You're all.
Motherfucker.
All right, that's it.
Ass liquor.
What was that again?
Cocksucker. Go fuck yourself.
All right, that's it. He's always in such a grouchy mood when he's on the show.
I hope to drink a beer with him one day if he doesn't, if he shapes up.
You want to have a beer with? Would you like to have a beer with Alex someday? Are you sure?
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, gee whiz.
You know, James, that's what I like about you. You have the awesome personality. I never know what's going to happen when I hang out with you. Keep up the good work.
Oh, thank you.
You don't get it, but someday you will. You'll get my meaning real soon.
So tell me, what happened? What went wrong with the show that we did on the Food Channel? What
What do
happened?
you mean?
No, we did a show and you said you had to delete it.
Oh, because someone used their last name. I didn't want to be on. I didn't want them because they were in the background. I was doing my food review, and they used their last name and their first name, and I didn't feel comfortable leaving it up. But I'm gonna try to do a food review tomorrow. If not, we'll see what happens.
Oh,
But
you did the food review at home or you did it on location?
at work.
How do you do a review on liquor at work?
It wasn't liquor; it was food.
Oh,
You know, you're a jerk.
oh, it was a food review,
Yeah.
non-alcoholic. I thought you were bringing your little lunchbox with craft beer or something.
James, again, I'm happy to have you around for Sundays because you are a trend.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate the kind words.
I hope one day you'll see that, but hoping you will.
You know, people, these other jabronis that that say, "I'll be there, man. I'll be there. I'll be there."
I'll be there.
They're full of shit. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to Tom. Tom,
I wanted to meet him. I mean, obviously, according to you, the past couple of times he didn't come on.
the beer whisperer. He calls himself the beer whisperer, and the whiskey whisperer, and he told me he got really enthusiastic, and even Eric is, he's moody too. He's not predictable.
But do you become moody too, James? I want your opinion.
No, I don't. No, I usually. No, I usually, when there's a problem, I usually communicate with people.
Right, but I'm saying, do you think I'm ever moody? That's what I mean.
Moody. And Jay Terrio, he's not moody either. He's very reliable too, very consistent.
I wish we could have him on the show.
Well, you know, the only way we might be able to get him on the show is like if I had a request to do, let's say, a Fandango Friday or a Sensational Saturday, and it was like 2:30, 3 a.m. Let's say it was late, and he gets up at 2 or 2:30 a.m. and then he does Dawn Busters at 5:30 a.m. Central Time.
For that?
Well, then, if that's the case, he'll be up. Maybe he would have had breakfast. You know, I can't picture eating at that hour, but you know, maybe I can persuade him to come on the show, and then he'll have to go get ready to do his Dawn Busters. So there's a possibility. I mean,
the problem is I have work on Mondays.
Yeah, and like Friday and Saturday, it's tough. It's tough to get people. Now, like Eric knows that if he comes on this show on a Sunday, he can't stay on too late because he has to get up for tomorrow. Which is understandable, but he spent a good amount of time last Sunday with us.
Yeah, so that was good. So he did his fun, and then he had to go.
Yeah, you know, he did his spot. And I said, look, I said that to Mick Von Raven. I said, you want to come on? You're more than welcome. You come on. So you stay on for an hour. There's a lot you can say in an hour.
And we've done that every week. And how long we been doing this show? Only for a couple of weeks, right?
I lost track. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Like I told Mick, I says, look, worst case scenario. Let's say you come on and you can only stay for 30 minutes. Now, a half hour. You could still say a lot in a half hour.
Through that.
It could happen. You know, I mean, it's doable, and a half hour is better than nothing. At least you're on the show.
Yeah, you still had your fun.
Yeah, right. And so anyway, this is the thing. You know, I mean, you got to do it when you have people to do it with. Now the show that we did when you were home, that's still on Facebook, right?
Yeah, everything else when I was home was still on there. Oh no, just that one thing that was at work, I took off. Not the one that I was home. No, you're taking a look. Go ahead, take a look. It's still there. I think. I hope it is.
What I was supposed to do is go to was it Progressive Discussions? See, I'm on my desktop now, so I'm able to bring up the sophisticated Facebook Live program. So what I was going to do is experiment and take a video of my phone of the monitor and kind of show you how you add people. Remember, you were looking for how to add people.
Yeah, but that's for only Facebook itself, not StreamYard. StreamYard, I don't have no problem adding.
No, not StreamYard. Like in other words, let's say you're using your computer and you're on Facebook,
right?
And you want to do some beer reviews, so you know, for Facebook. And then you said to me, look, I figured out how to work it, but I can't find how to add people. So then I says, well, next time I'm on my computer, I'm going to go and I'm going to bring it up and ask you, is this what you see?
Okay, so what are you gonna do? You're gonna go live on your Facebook on your phone right now?
Yeah, well, I can't. I can't.
You probably could. I guarantee you.
I probably could. It's just that it's going to
echo.
I won't be able. I mean, I'll be able to not put you on, because your microphone and video can only be used for
Only one at a time. That's
Right.
true.
Right. But what?
You don't have to put me on. I'm gonna watch it afterwards.
No, but I want to take a video of what it looks like on the computer when you try to go live on Facebook, so I could show you how to add people. Because when you're on your computer, I'm almost sure you can add multiple people on video.
You probably could.
Yeah, it's different.
Because I figure out how to go live now. But
yeah, it's a different format.
Yeah,
it's a different format. But okay, what I'm going to do is, I mean, I don't see anybody else jumping on. Actually, let me see if anybody sent me a message.
you should have to get it if it's from Facebook.
I'll just close the show. I'll just
Okay.
close the show, and then we'll do the big experiment.
Okay.
No, you see there that nobody sent a message. So you know what? Let me close the show. Let me tell everybody it's been great. Thank you for joining Progressive Discussions for this week, and it's great having you. It was a lot of fun, Alex. It's been wonderful as always.
And I'll see you all next Sunday.
Right.
You
And
me.
now, when me and Alex do live shows on Facebook about food and about different stuff, they're great shows too. Okay. So anyway, good night, everybody. And I'll see you on Facebook, because I'm gonna do that experiment.
So you want me to leave here then? Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
leave StreamYard, and I'll meet you on Facebook. I'll keep my messenger open.
Are you gonna send me the link on Messenger to go on to that?
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm gonna try to go live, and then I'm gonna take a video of where you have to click to bring guests on.
All right. Well, I'll see you over there in a few
I'll
minutes.
see you over there. All right.
All right. Do that.